Everyone loves to say they support you until they open their mouths. Sometimes your biggest doubters are the people that think they're helping you. Welcome back to Creative Struggles. I'm Nahjalae, and today we are talking about the lack of support that you get from people you love, family members, friends, anybody you consider your ally. That negative support doesn't feel good, doesn't feel helpful, and honestly, it does more harm than comfort. For example, someone could say, I'm just being realistic. And honestly, to me, what I hear is, I don't believe that you can do it. But as long as you believe in you, it doesn't even matter. But sometimes you do want that support to make you feel just a little bit better. Let's talk about it. But before we get into it, let's do the grind report. Now, I'm excited because I am going to be on set at the end of the month. It's been a long time coming, but let's get back to regularly scheduled programming. There's many types of support that actually is not support if you really think about it. You had that backhanded compliment, or rather backhanded support, where it's like, you're still acting? You're still trying to pursue that? You're still working on that? I thought you were done. Then you also have that fear-based advice. You're wasting time. You've been there for how long and you still haven't made it yet? Where do you see your life in 5 years? Do you think that you're still going to be pursuing this? Performative support. That's a good one. Don't show up, don't listen, don't watch, don't share, don't like, don't post. But yet, I support you so much, bro. I support you so much, sis. You doing your thing. How do you know that I'm doing my thing if you've never watched it? Interesting. I'm just saying. And then you also have that competition disguised as support. Those that only support you when they're ahead and they feel like you are below them. Yes, that one as well. And last but not least, dismissive support. No one is taking you seriously. They literally laugh at you. Now you need to show them how serious you are. Why does this support even hurt? Why does it even matter, right? Well, we all have some sort of a heart, whether it's cold, warm, whatever. We have a heart. And no matter how much we try to be tough and like, oh, I don't care what they're saying, I don't care what they're talking about, you actually do. Especially when it's coming from people that you know and love and you actually want them to support you. If it's going to be anybody supporting you, you feel like it should be your own people. Sometimes that's not always the case. Discouragement hits a lot harder from the people that you love and know. Discouragement doesn't hit as much if someone that you don't even know from a lick of paint saying, oh, you ain't gonna make it. Well, who are you to tell me anything? I don't even know you. But if it's a close relative, it's like, dang, we go way back to diapers. Like, you don't believe in me? I don't understand. So it's a little different. Then it triggers your own self-doubt because it's like, dang, well, if the people that I know to love don't believe in me, why am I even believing in myself? Like, why do I think I can do this if my own people don't think I can do this? But that's the problem. You have to reverse it. As long as you know and you believe, it does not matter what anybody else is talking about or doing or saying about you. You got to do what you got to do. Believe in what you believe in. And then you're going to be afraid to share your progress and your wins with these same people that say they support you. Now you don't know if you should be sharing anything with them because you feel like they're going to do nothing but downplay it, doubt you, and make you feel like you shouldn't have even taken the opportunity because you don't believe that you can do it anymore. And like I said, you expect support from your loved ones, your friends, because they should be doing that. Sometimes everybody ain't gonna like what you're doing, friends, family or not. Everybody ain't gonna like your stuff, and it's fine, to each his own. But it's that something deep down in you where it's like, well, dang, I just thought that you would like it just off the cuff of you knowing me. But that's not always the case, unfortunately. And then where is all this stemming from? Well, one, it's their own fear, not yours. For example, for me, when I decided to pack up my car, ship some of my stuff, and then drive across the country to land right here in California, there were quite a few people doubting me. I ain't talking about friends. It was more so of their fear and not mine. Well, what if something happens while you're driving there? What if it doesn't work out? What if you get kidnapped? Why is that being put into my head? Obviously, those are things that are going to come across your head eventually. But when someone else is telling you that, it kind of makes you even more on edge because you already know that you're taking a risk. But for others to continue to like look at that risk, oh no, and you driving by yourself too? Don't sleep at a gas station. You might get slaughtered. Like, I should be afraid of my own shadow still to this day. But I like to take risks because I feel like if I don't do it now, then when am I supposed to do it? So, hey, just take them risks because you never know what can come of it. You gotta see it through in order to see it. If you're gonna dream, dream big. It's their insecurities, their lack of experience to what you're trying to do. They feel as though, well, I don't know anything about this, so how could you know much more than me? I know best, and this is not the right way. This is not how you should do this. When really, you've already done your research. You already know what to expect and what to do. But since they haven't done that same research, they're only going by what they've seen and heard. And last but not least, they're projecting their fears onto you. And I think that's really what it comes down to. So now you're fearful because of whatever fears they have for you. And, honestly, I feel like it's not so much of them not supporting you, but it's just their fear. But it comes off very unsupportive because at the end of the day, I feel like not everybody's trying to protect you. Your loved ones and sometimes your friends, like they want to protect you from the heartache, from all of the horror that comes along with the risk that you're about to take. So in order for them to protect you, they have to put into your head all of the scary, most craziest things that they could think that could possibly happen onto you so you can second guess, like, oh, you know what? They right. Maybe I shouldn't do this. But again, that's the problem. Because once that fear is instilled in you, you're not going to succeed. You're not going to do anything with the gift that you have because of fear that someone else has projected onto you. I feel like a good way to navigate support that's really not support is one, setting boundaries. Once you feel like somebody's about to say something that's going to throw off your momentum or throw off how confident you are in yourself, dead the whole conversation. You know what? I hear what you're saying, but respectfully, I don't want to hear that. We all have free will. So you really don't have to listen to anything anybody's talking about. You could simply hang up the phone, not text back, not see the person. There's a lot of things that you can do to not even engage. And another thing, stop. And I can't stress this enough. Stop oversharing to people, but specifically stop oversharing to ones that give you fear-based advice. Stop. Because they ain't gonna make it better. They're actually going to make it worse. And then you probably don't even get the opportunity. Only give surface level updates. And I've had to learn this myself because when I get excited or it's like I get this opportunity, I would love to go and tell, family members. But I've learned that sometimes it's just better to keep it to yourself until you officially know that you got it in the bag. Because nothing is more annoying when you give out a project that you're about to be a part of or that you auditioned for, and it's a big project. It's a big thing. And you tell your family members and then they go tell other people. And then all of a sudden, so when we gonna see that film? When we gonna see the commercial? What happened to And then you end up not even getting it. And it just makes you feel worse because it's like, dang, I should just kept that to myself until I officially knew I was in the green light. So only share surface level stuff. Don't get into the logistics. And this last one, I feel like it can either go left or right. It honestly just depends on who the people or person is. But look for support in the right places. Other creatives, people that are in the same path as you, acting class. But also keeping in mind that you are in the same space. You have similar things going on. So I feel like in that sense, you want to choose people wisely because everybody is not always for you, especially in this business. You always want to keep your eyes open because people are users. So, that's just what it is. People are out for themselves. So yeah, just be mindful. And just be observant. I remember I was going to this in-person audition downtown LA, and me and this girl met at the door of this big building. So we had to go up some stairs, elevator, whatever. And I'm like, oh, are you going to this audition? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, me too. So then we just started talking from there. She's like, oh, well, I really think that, we should hang out. Where do you live? Live in this area. She's like, oh, nice. Like, that's right around my area. I'm like, okay, cool. We got each other's Instagram, phone number. Okay, cool. She seems like she's cool to hang out with. Maybe this could be my friend. I kid you not. I think it had to have been like 2 weeks after the in-person audition. I didn't hear anything, so I just assumed I didn't get it, whatever. Moving on. And I remember I watched her story. She had got the part. I'm like, oh, nice. And I go to like it, and something was telling me to go to her page. This girl unfollowed me. Okay. Like, did you unfollow me because you got the part and I didn't? I was like, shoot, if I don't get it, I hope she get it. Whole time she unfollowed me. Crazy, because we were literally just talking on the phone. So it didn't make sense. I'm like, this is a weird one. Never mind. And I could be weird myself, but that was strange. So I knew that friendship was not for me. I hope that she's doing well today. Moving on to a win is a win. I have learned to stop explaining myself to people who aren't listening. You may have your ears open to me, but you're not listening to me. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I'm telling you, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm pursuing. This is what I'm passionate about. And you go off to the farthest of left and say something like, well, when that don't work out, you can always come back home. I'm sorry. What? You're not listening to me. This is what I'm doing. I'm here for a purpose. And that's that. Well, it could work, it couldn't. And this can be said in multiple different ways, but I feel like I always hear it in this way of, well, if it don't work out, you can always come back home. Why is that the first thing people say? I just want to ask that to you all, and maybe you guys can give me your answer, feedback, your opinion. But why is that always the first thing family say? Well, you can always come back home. There's always a home for you here. Yeah, it is. But that's not what I want to do. I will be miserable if I work this hard here to quit and go all the way back home. That doesn't make sense. And I just feel like people don't understand when they say that. It's kind of like a slap in your face because, dang, I've been out here working hard, no days off, multiple jobs, no rest, and you fix your lips to tell me if it don't work, you can come back home. What type of encouragement is that? No, it's going to work. Now, lessons learned. Keep some good news to yourself. Now, you don't have to keep all the good news to yourself. It's okay to share a couple of things here and there. It's fine. But keep some of it to yourself. Like I said, until you officially know what's what, keep it to yourself. Because I know I just be like, ooh, I need to tell. I'm just so happy. Just hold your water just for a bit. It's all gonna work out. Don't listen to the negativity. And that goes back to prior episodes. Don't listen to the negativity. Don't listen to the fear-based advice. Don't listen to any of it. Don't talk yourself out of a gig by telling everyone about it. Because that actually happens. Because it's happened to me a couple of times where I go to an audition, I tell somebody about it, and then I done talked about it so much, I don't even get the role. That's just how I think about it. Now on to struggle mail. And this time, I'm going to reverse it. So I actually have a question that I'm going to give my own answers to, but I also want to hear from you guys. So definitely comment, send an email, send a DM on any of the platforms, and let me know what your answers are. But my question is, what does support look like to you? We're all different. So support can look like something completely different from what I like, opposed to what you like. Me personally, I want encouragement. Now, they can give me advice. It depends on what the advice is. And then my last one is listening without giving input. Sometimes we just want to vent and express ourselves. We don't always need a rebuttal. Sometimes we just need that person to listen to us and listen to what we're going through in that moment. How the audition didn't go as planned and you messed up all of your lines. And instead of giving advice that actually is going to turn into, well, I mean, you can always come back home, just listen to what they're trying to convey to you. But that's what I want my support to look like: encouragement and a listener. And I feel like a lot of times that's always creatives need: someone that's going to listen, someone that's going to support, and someone that is going to encourage. But that is it for today, guys. Thanks again for watching and listening to Creative Struggles. And remember to send in your answer to the question I have. And again, the question was, what does support look like to you? Definitely send an email, DM, leave a comment, do anything that you would like to do, however you see fit. Definitely send that in to me and I'll be sure to read it on the next episode. Definitely let me know. And remember, you don't owe anyone access to your dreams. That is for you. Don't let everybody. All right, now, see you guys later. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, leave a review, follow, send an email, do all of the things, please. And thank you. Bye.